Hook nuclear-armed India and Pakistan have faced off here for decades. Now, amid rising nationalist fervor and militant attacks, experts warn that even a minor clash could spiral into catastrophic war. Historical background back to 1947. After the British Empire left, over 500,000 refugees were on the move and Kashmir erupted in conflict. Pakistani tribesmen invaded Kashmir in late 1947, prompting the Maharaja to accede to India. A UN-brokered ceasefire in 1949 split Kashmir into Pakistani and Indian-controlled zones. Fighting flared again in 1965 and 1971. The 1971 war over East Pakistan ended with the creation of Bangladesh. In 1972, India and Pakistan signed the Simla Accord, fixing the Line of Control, LOC, as the Kashmir border. In 1974, India tested a nuclear bomb, and Pakistan followed in 1998, an arms race that made any future war far more dangerous. Even after a 2003 ceasefire was agreed, the LOC remained fragile. In 1999, Pakistan crossed it in the Kargil conflict, sparking deadly clashes. Since then, both sides have kept heavy troop deployments along the border. Experts note that neither government truly wants all-out war, but they keep their armies on hair-trigger alert for any crisis. Modern tensions politics have driven tensions. In 2016, a militant attack in Uri killed 18 Indian soldiers, and India claimed Pakistan-based militants were responsible. India responded with cross-border strikes on militant camps. In February 2019, a suicide bombing in Pulwama killed 40 Indian troops. India retaliated by bombing militant bases in Pakistan, Operation Balakot, and Pakistan scrambled jets in defense. Later in 2019, India revoked Kashmir's special autonomous status. Pakistan denounced this move as illegal and a grave injustice. Both sides then engaged in frequent skirmishes, accusing each other of ceasefire violations and trading artillery fire along the LOC. Dozens were killed on both sides over those years, but no full-scale war erupted and a tense stalemate held. Recent escalation, 2024 to 2025, 2025, militants ambushed an Indian tourist bus near Pahalgam, killing 25 people, the deadliest attack in India since 2008. India blamed Pakistan and arrested suspects. Pakistan denied involvement and even suggested a false flag attempt. Tensions immediately ran hot. On May 6th, India launched Operation Sindoor, firing missiles at 9 suspected militant sites in Pakistan, and Pakistan held Kashmir. Islamabad condemned it as an act of war and reported strikes on Indian army positions. India then took measures like suspending the Indus Waters Treaty, and Pakistan warned that any attempt to cut off its water flow would itself be treated as an act of war. By late April 2025, both armies were trading daily artillery exchanges along the LOC. Neither side openly escalated beyond missile tests and threats, but the standoff was the tensest in years. The US, China, Japan, and other powers urgently called for restraint and dialogue. Scenarios of war warn how quickly a crisis here could go nuclear. A US intelligence estimate in 1989 noted that even if a war was unlikely, there was a high risk that any conventional conflict might turn into a nuclear exchange through miscalculation. Both armies have rapid strike plans. India's cold start doctrine calls for swift conventional offensives, while Pakistan's command maintains that it may use tactical nukes if its forces are threatened. In the fog of battle, a limited clash could escalate beyond control. For example, a 2019 study envisioned terrorists bombing India's parliament, triggering an invasion, and then Pakistan's first use of nukes on advancing Indian forces. India would then retaliate with strategic nuclear strikes. In that model, researchers calculated 50 to 125 million immediate deaths. The firestorms from those blasts would send vast amounts of smoke in,